Hi class, welcome. It is week 2. Well, not week 2, but chapter 2. This week we're going to talk about one of my favorite chapters. We're going to talk about universal design. Universal design was something that I ran into for the first time as an instructor last year, and it was when I was teaching the AT class. I had a student who was visually impaired, and I had all my PowerPoints set up, and I had all my forms uploaded and my documents in your content shell, and I was all proud of myself. It was my first semester. And unfortunately, this student with their reader could not read Word documents. So I learned very quickly that I had to accommodate this student and make sure that they could have, equal access to my work and the documents and the assignments every week. So I went about and I had to change, and it took me the entire semester, but I had to change all my documents to readable, either readable PDFs or Word documents. And as I've moved forward, I've incorporated the concept of universal design in all my classes to where I try really hard to make sure that the content is reflective of everyone's access. And it's designed in such a way that I don't have to rethink that as I move forward. Now, a lot of our professors who've been here for a while are just being introduced to that with online learning, and it's a lot more difficult, I think, if you haven't been exposed to AT, to adapt and adjust to that. But it's the law, and it's something that we all can think about. It's not just in terms of concepts, it's in terms of what we learn, what we share, the services that we offer. There's different ways to look at universal design in everything that we do to see, does this accommodate? Like if someone builds, like behind me, you see a window. If someone builds a window, is it low enough that someone in a wheelchair can look out? Is the pull string long enough? Should we design that in a way that every time we build that window, it's accessible and we don't even have to think about it? And again, the concept of universal design came about from architects, actually. And I want to cover just basic stuff today. I'm not going to do a chapter overview because it's your quiz, but I am going to give you some pointers. There are many key hints in your PowerPoints of what's going to be in the test. And if you're stuck on a question in the test, chances are it's in the PowerPoint somewhere. It can also be found in your chapter. Your chapters aren't that long, but they're full of really good, useful information, and I want you to be able to access them and read them and have them while you're testing, because it's not about whether or not you get the answer right. It's about whether or not you learn the concept. Well, I guess it is if you're looking at your grades solely. But I think it's important that you look at testing and you look at your assignments every week as something new that you're learning. Now, this week you're going to be exposed to a website that I think you're going to really enjoy. It's going to give you core standards for what's available for your states. And you'll be able to explore that website, as well as a really good video on universal design that really kind of outlines how it's utilized, and especially in working in the classroom. And we're going to be dealing with a lot of IEP stuff as the semester moves forward, so it's a good video to follow through with. You're gonna have access this week on page, let's see, 28. You're going to be talking about UDL and CCSS resources. And there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's about 9 of them. You're going to need to explore those, and hint, explore those, because that could be part of your quiz. So we're going to talk a lot about Common Core state standards this week, and you're going to discuss that in your discussion board. You're going to get a really good overview from that, and especially there's a short video that I'm going to get you to look at that will really open your mind to those resources. Tag a lot of these websites. I encourage you to tag the websites, because once you become proficient in utilizing AT resources, and as the semester moves on, you're actually going to become an AT expert in following through. So I want you to focus on the websites and tag them and bookmark them, because you will use them again, especially if you work in the field. So, and I have for many other things, especially advocating for other people. And I've been actually called and asked about AT advice, and I had the opportunity to work with Dr. Patrick. She will be Dr. Patrick at the end of this semester. To work with Dr. Patrick for disability services in my graduate program when I was a graduate student as a grad assistant. And it really opened my mind to looking at things from a different perspective. And it allowed me to look at how just walking in a grocery store affects and impacts someone with disabilities and what they have access to in that store. When I'm walking down an aisle and I see it all piled up with stuff, I'm one of the first people to go and talk to the manager and say, hey, if someone's in a wheelchair, there's no way they can come up and down this aisle. And before that, I would have never thought about it. And now I have absolutely no problem advocating for persons with disabilities facing those barriers, because it's so important that as we move forward as students, that we also become advocates. And that's what this is all about, learning what's out there, what resources, how to advocate for your clients. And again, tap into new technology, because new technology is constantly changing. So you need to keep up on your research when you're working with AT as well, and working with clients that utilize AT. So basically, let me see if I haven't forgotten any of the key things I wanted to share. You're going to be exposed to universal design, the concept, which is great. You're going to be exposed to UDL learning goals, Common Core State Standards. That's what CCSS stands for. And basically, it provides equality for all students, regardless of background or schools they attend. Now, one of the cool things that I added in your PowerPoint was the differences between assistive technology and universal design of learning. And go ahead and make sure you look over those and understand the difference between the AT impact and UDL impact, because it'll help you understand how to approach a client or how to approach a barrier that's either related to AT or universal design and learning. So really good resources. So go ahead and make sure that you follow through on the PowerPoint, that you watch my video, because it gives you hints. And I encourage you to really enjoy the little special thing that I do in the quizzes, because there's 2 questions that are actual video questions, and they're very powerful, and they really open your mind to the power behind access. And I hope that you have the same reaction to those videos as I did when I first saw them. So good luck this week on your quiz. You'll have a quiz this week. It will post at 10 o'clock, and it will close on Sunday at 6:30. So good luck, and if you have any issues, I've left my phone number, and feel free to please contact me if you have any issues with freezing screens or computer access so I can reset your exam. If you wait to the last minute, I'm not going to be able to help you, okay? And that's it. Have a good week, guys.